Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Roy and today I'm going to help you rediscover your passion and your purpose, and I'll show you how you can build a life that aligns with your soul. Now if you're watching this video, my guess is that you've done everything you were supposed to do. Perhaps you've built a career, checked all the right boxes, and yet you still feel like there's something missing. But what if I told you that your greatest passion, your deepest purpose, and a life beyond your wildest dreams are still waiting for you? It's not too late. In fact, this is just the beginning. So stay with me, because in this video we're going to unlock your true calling, reignite your creativity, and show you how to turn your passion into a new beginning. I'm sure you've achieved so much in life already, yet something inside you still feels unfulfilled. That's because success isn't just about what we accomplish externally. It's about alignment with our true selves. And the good news is it's never too late to find your passion, reignite your creativity, and build something meaningful that brings you joy, purpose, and abundance. If you're watching this video, you're at a powerful turning point. It doesn't matter about your age. That isn't a limitation, it's an asset. So here's what we'll be learning today. I'm going to show you how you can rediscover your passion, purpose, and creativity. And I'm going to give you some examples of people who've turned their passion into a thriving business. Many people, myself included, climb the ladder of success only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. Midlife isn't a crisis, it's an awakening. Your soul is calling for something deeper and more meaningful. So now I'll just briefly tell you my story. I was a bit of a waster, a drunk, into drugs, and now I realise I was in turmoil. I was letting my limiting beliefs run my life. I always felt like I didn't quite fit the stereotype I'd been taught in school and by my parents. And it took me until the age of 25 to take on the work hard, get a family ethos. And that and money ran my life for the next 17 years. I decided to follow the flow, went to college, then university, and embarked on a 10-year career in construction, which was mostly focused on achieving more and making more money. I'd always been told I wasn't good enough, I wasn't boyish enough, I was a loser, so I wanted to be admired, looked up to, and now I realise I was doing it for everyone else to feel proud and not for myself. By the age of 34, I'd achieved the amount of money I wanted to earn, and I'd gotten to the level of success I always wanted. My path was set out for me. I was set to go into higher management, director level, and I've got no doubt I could have achieved that by the age of 40. I was stressed, unfulfilled, and I felt trapped by the albeit lovely life I'd created around me. I was working 60 hours a week, and I lived for the weekend and exotic holidays to escape my daily life. And then my whole life fell apart. I burned out. I felt like an imposter. I felt like a failure, even though I looked successful to the outside world. I was suicidal, and then to top it off, the company I worked for went bust. I didn't fully realise it at the time, but this was actually a blessing. I was in a position where I was left with two choices. I could go to another company doing the same thing, which was making me desperately unhappy, but I could maintain the expensive life I'd trapped myself in. Or I could downsize my life, blow it all up and start again. And I'm now pleased to say that I chose the latter. By this point my mental health was in the gutter, but there was a light at the end of the tunnel that I just couldn't ignore. I had absolutely no idea what I wanted, what I could offer, who I was, or where I was going. I'd completely lost my identity, and I basically became a robot going through life as I'd been told I should. At this point, I was a life coaching student, and I'm so thankful I found myself in a wonderful and supportive community. And I realised the best thing I could do was to just surrender to my journey, get clearer on my options, and stop being so blinkered, so I opened myself up to opportunities. I had always tried to control my life and everything outside of me, and I realised all I was doing by trying to control everything was making my life way harder than it needed to be. I started on a mission to connect with myself again, to find out what made me tick. At this point, I didn't have income anymore. I was living on my redundancy and making money where I could. I then went on to claim benefits for the first time ever. I was broke and in mountains of debt. Yet, I was very fortunate to have an amazing support network around me, and I found gratitude in what little I now had. This all came to a head around a year ago, and since then everything has changed in ways that I could never have imagined or constructed myself. I knew as everything started to fall into place and make sense to me that there were other people in similar boats, and that's why I started studying to become a life coach. I devoured all of the material available. I discovered new understandings which challenged my program beliefs, and I became part of communities of like-minded people. Everything just started to make sense. Life started to make sense. Now, I have discovered on my journey that it can be a real minefield out there. I followed leads and spent thousands of pounds, got myself in huge amounts of debt, and still ended up at dead ends many, many times. But when everything started to slowly make sense, I realised that I could simplify this and help even more people. And that's why this channel and my soon-to-be available intuition coaching programs came from. That place of wanting to help to alleviate the hell that people are in has become my driving force. At many points I was suicidal and I lost hope, so I know what a dark place that is to be in. But now I believe that if I can help just one person out of that place, I consider myself successful. It's not about money or admiration. It's about making a difference that can help someone achieve more than they ever imagined. So now I'd like to explain how I can help you to help yourself. And I invite you to ask yourself these questions. When was the last time you felt truly alive? What did you love doing before life got in the way? What is something you always wanted to pursue but never did? Finding your passion is more than just finding what you like or love to do. It runs deeper. And now we'll start at the beginning by discovering your core values. So here's a short exercise we can go through together right now. If you can grab a piece of paper or a journal and a pen, you can pause the video until you're ready. Or I've also created a workbook that you can download, and there's a link in the comments section underneath this video which may be easier for you. So here we go. Now, many people see wealth as their biggest value. I did for a long time, and there's nothing wrong with wealth. Wealth is a value that lots of people shy away from, or perhaps don't feel worthy of, but wealth is a valid value. However, I would recommend that it isn't your sole aim. Providing value to others naturally brings wealth as a byproduct. So if you're truly doing what you love and providing value, that will reflect in your wealth. Now here's a list of some common core values. You can pause the video and read through them, and feel free to add your own if these words don't fully capture your values. And you may need to take some time with this. There's no rush, just dedicate some time to it, because this will be the most important thing you can do for yourself. This is the foundation of finding your passion and purpose. So choose 7 to 10 values from this list or your own. Some core values include freedom, that could be time, money, or anything else, creativity, adventure, spirituality, growth, integrity, impact, compassion, joy, authenticity, leadership, connection, wisdom, innovation, abundance, balance, service, success, self-expression, and exploration. And now you can narrow it down to a top 5 values. These are the guiding principles that define what truly matters to you. Number them from 1, most important, to 5, least important, and ask yourself, which of these values are non-negotiable in my life? Which values, when honoured, bring me the greatest fulfilment? And now it's time to connect values to passion. Let's explore how your values relate to your passion. So let's answer these couple of questions. Which activities, hobbies, or work make you feel most aligned with your top values? For example, if creativity is a core value, do you love writing, designing, or perhaps music? If service is a value, do you enjoy mentoring or helping others? When in your life have you felt most alive and fulfilled? What were you doing? Look for patterns between your values and these moments. How can you bring more of these value-driven activities into your life and work? Ask yourself what small step you can take today to integrate your values into what you do. And now we're going to turn these values into purpose. Your passion is often hidden in what you love doing naturally, especially when it aligns with your values. Through doing this exercise, I worked out my highest value is helping people. I'd always done that, but I hadn't made the connection. So this is a really high value thing for you to do for yourself. Take a moment to reflect on the following. If you could create a business or career that fully honours your top values, what would it look like? How would it feel to wake up every day knowing you're living in alignment with your core values? Write down a sentence that summarises your passion based on your values. For instance, my passion is to blank because it allows me to honour my values of blank and make a meaningful impact. This will develop. It's not a one and done thing. Just keep at it, keep digging deeper, and I have no doubt you'll uncover more about yourself than you ever imagined. And now we're going to just reinforce this by going through a short guided meditation to help you access deeper, subconscious true self and to see if any insights come through. This will help you see what it's like to live your true life purpose. So if you can find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, you can sit or lie down and gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. This is your time, a time to reconnect with your true self, your passion, and the limitless possibilities ahead. Gently bring your awareness to your breath. Feel the cold air as you inhale through your nose and the warm air as you exhale through your mouth. With each breath, allow yourself to relax deeper. Breathe in calmness and breathe out any tension or stress. With each inhale, feel yourself becoming lighter, more open, more connected to the deepest parts of who you are. With each exhale, release any self-doubt, any expectations, or any limitations that have held you back. Let your body soften, your shoulders relax, your jaw unclench. Your mind is becoming still, open, and receptive. Now, in your mind's eye, imagine you are walking along a peaceful path. This is the path of your life, and every step you take is bringing you closer to your true purpose. As you walk, you begin to notice something ahead, a warm, glowing light. As you move closer, you see that within this light stands your future self, the version of you who is fully aligned, fulfilled and thriving in their purpose. Your future self turns towards you with a knowing smile. They radiate confidence, peace, and joy. They have already stepped into the life you are meant to live. They have discovered their passion, embraced their creativity, and built something meaningful that brings both financial abundance and deep fulfillment. Now look at your future self. Observe them carefully. How do they stand? How do they move? What expression do they wear? Notice the energy they radiate, their strength, their clarity, their sense of purpose. What do they look like? How do they feel? What kind of life do they live? Now, ask your future self a question. What is your passion? What is the thing that lights you up? Wait for the answer. It may come as a word, an image, or simply a feeling in your heart. Trust whatever arises. Now ask, how did you find the courage to pursue this passion? Listen as your future self shares their wisdom. They have already overcome the doubts, the fears, and the obstacles. They know exactly what you need to hear right now. Your future self reaches out and gently places their hand on your shoulder. You feel warmth, encouragement, and a deep knowing that you are capable of achieving everything they have. Now, they whisper to you the one next step you need to take to move toward this life. What is it? Listen closely. Take a deep breath and let this message settle into your heart. You are ready. You are capable. You are meant for this. Now slowly begin to step away from your future self, knowing that their energy, their wisdom, and their guidance will always be with you. As you walk back along the path, you feel lighter, clearer, empowered. You are returning with a deep sense of clarity and purpose. You know the next step to take. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment. Feel your body against the surface beneath you. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. And welcome back. I hope you found that useful. You are here, you are ready, and you have everything you need within you. The journey starts now. Now, in this space of calmness and alignment, I encourage you to journal to solidify any insights you've received. Answer these questions. What did my future self show me about my passion? What did they tell me about my purpose? What fears or doubts do I need to release to move forward? What is the first small step I can take today toward this vision? And now we look at an example of turning passion into a business. Here's a well-known example of how anyone can turn their passion into a business. Love him or not, there are some real lessons to be learned in Richard Branson's story. Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group, didn't start with the goal of becoming a billionaire. His success story is a powerful example of how helping people, following passion, and thinking differently can also lead to massive wealth, if that's one of your values. As a dyslexic teenager, Branson struggled in school, but he had a natural gift seeing opportunities to help people where others saw obstacles. At 16, he noticed students were frustrated with the way traditional newspapers were run. He launched Student Magazine, giving young voices a platform to be heard. Instead of just making money, he focused on providing something valuable for students, a fresh, alternative perspective on issues that they cared about. His mindset was, how can I make life better for others? And this has gone on to shape his entire career. In the early 1970s, Branson saw another gap. Music lovers couldn't easily access the records they wanted at fair prices. So he started Virgin Records, not just as a business, but as a way to make music more accessible. He made sure records were cheaper than the competition. He signed undiscovered artists that other labels rejected, people like the Sex Pistols and Culture Club. And he focused on giving music fans what they wanted, which was authenticity, excitement, and choice. Virgin Records became a huge success, but Branson obviously didn't stop there. Every new venture came from seeing a problem and wanting to solve it. One of the most famous stories of Branson's problem-solving mindset happened when he was stranded at an airport in 1984. His flight was cancelled, leaving him and many other passengers stuck with no alternatives. Instead of complaining, Branson saw a solution. He chartered a plane, wrote Virgin Airlines on a blackboard, and sold tickets to fellow stranded passengers to cover the cost. That one moment of turning frustration into opportunity led to the launch of Virgin Atlantic, an airline that would challenge the industry giants like British Airways. Unlike other airlines, Virgin focused on the customer experience, so they wanted more comfortable seats, better in-flight entertainment, and superior service. His goal wasn't just to make money, it was to give travellers a better experience. Expanding the Virgin Empire by solving problems, Branson's fortune grew not because he was chasing money, but because he kept asking, how can I make this better for people? This led to launching Virgin Mobile, which made phone plans simpler, and Virgin Galactic, bringing space travel to the public. And then he also went on to Virgin Health, which made quality healthcare more accessible. So every successful Virgin company had the same formula. 1. Find an industry where customers are frustrated. 2. Create something that solves their problems. 3. Make it more enjoyable, accessible, and customer-friendly. So here's the big lesson. Wealth follows purpose. Branson never saw business as just a way to get rich. He saw it as a way to make life better for others. His philosophy is simple. If you focus on making a difference in people's lives, money will follow. Today, as a billionaire, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, Branson proves that success isn't just about profits. It's about passion, problem solving, and helping others along the way. So here's a key takeaway. If you want to build wealth and time freedom, start by asking, what problem do I see that frustrates people? How can I make life more easier and more enjoyable for others? What passion do I have that could be turned into a business that helps people? Like Branson, when you focus on creating value for others, success will naturally come. You don't need to start big, you just need to start. And I encourage you to explore paths and ideas that align with your natural gifts and what you love to do. Explore opportunities that build upon your strengths. Everyone is unique and has a gift to offer the world. Now I encourage you to write down 3 potential ways you could turn your passion into something that brings you financial abundance, time freedom, or that aligns with any of your other values. Your next chapter is waiting, and it starts with a small step which you can take today towards your goals and vision. If you haven't done so already, I encourage you to download the free worksheets in the link in the description below this video and just complete them. It offers you prompts and makes things easier. Passion isn't just about what excites you, it's about what deeply matters to you. When you align your work and life with your values, you create a life of meaning, fulfillment, and joy. Your time is now. The world needs your unique gifts. So let's make this next chapter the most fulfilling one yet. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel. And why not leave a comment below to tell me what you thought, how you got on with the exercises, or just let me know if there's something you're struggling with that you'd like me to cover on this channel. And why not check out my other videos on limiting beliefs and mind reprogramming for some great tips and exercises to help you discover your best self. Thanks for watching, stay aware, stay present, and have a great day.